It is Wednesday, April 15th. Welcome into another episode of Droppin' Dimes brought to you by Better and Green. Two more NBA playing games tonight. Broke down yesterday's two games. We liked Charlotte. Suggested to lay the points. Told you it was just a slight lean. Charlotte gets the win in a crazy game. One of the better games of the season that I have seen. They do not cover, though. Only win by a point there in overtime. Told you to take the Trailblazers. Liked them plus the points. Thought they'd win outright. Sure enough, they do. 114 to 110. Another really good game there last night in Phoenix as Portland takes out the Phoenix Suns there. Portland advances. Charlotte is going to have to play for their spot in the play-in against one of the teams that we talk about here today. So, two more games coming at you. Both games, like yesterday, on Amazon. 7:30 Eastern is the first one. Second one at about 10 o'clock there. Following the conclusion of game number one, we have the Magic and the 76ers going in game one. The Warriors and the Clippers going in game two. We'll get right into the plays here today, guys. Starting with the Magic and the Sixers. Sixers, a 1.5 point home favorite. Basically a pick 'em price over under 224.5. This game's really tough. I like Orlando. Just as a team, I root for Orlando. I love Jace Richardson. I know he hasn't gotten a big role for the Magic this season, but just a really fun team for me to watch as more of a college fan than NBA. A lot of college, kind of all-stars on that team, but I kind of like the Sixers in this matchup. That's the way I'm leaning. I think we're going to end up getting Orlando and Charlotte playing, two teams that I do kind of root for that final spot there in the East. But yeah, I think Philly is the way I would play this game if I were to play it. I don't think I will, but I think this number is short without Joel Embiid. I know the Sixers play a lot better with Embiid in the lineup. They're 24 and 14 with him. They're 21 and 23 without him. But even though the record is pretty drastic with him in the lineup, I actually don't hate the Sixers without Embiid here. And meanwhile, Orlando, this team has been so streaky. Just really have not been able to put anything together. They did finish 45 and 37, much in thanks to winning 5 of their final 6 games of the year, but couldn't beat the Celtics without really any of their players in that final game to get themselves home court advantage in this matchup here. Now they do have to go play in Philly, and I just don't love this Magic team this year. We saw them make the playoffs last year, but they went on. They won 7 games there in early March just to turn back around, lose the next 6. And that's just kind of the season it's been for Orlando. Again, just really struggle with consistency here. I do think public will have a little sentiment towards the Magic, although right now I'm seeing this is a pretty 50-50 bet game. But I do think they might come in on the Magic late with Embiid out with, I believe he had an appendectomy last week, but I do like the Sixers. I think Maxey and I think Maxey's going to be the best player on the floor here. Edgecombe going to be very good as well. Paul George. I like the experience that Paul George brings to this squad. The Magic, like I said, did make the playoffs last year. I believe they lost to the Celtics in the first round, but I don't know. I like this team. They're young. Suggs, Boncaro, some of the other guys on the Wagners, Desmond Bain, a good offseason acquisition here for Orlando. But yeah, I don't know. It's not a game that I love, not a game I think I'll be betting. But gun to head here, I do think the 76ers is the side. I would just lay it on the money line. You could probably get minus 120. Get rid of that point and a half just in case it does land one like we saw last night with the Charlotte game. But yeah, just don't like the inconsistency there from the Magic. I would lean with the 76ers even without Joel Embiid. I think the Sixers lock themselves into the 7 seed and face off with the Celtics, and I think the Magic will have to go play Charlotte for that final spot there. Whoever will have to face off against my Detroit Pistons. So, yeah, slightly on the Magic in that one. As for the 10 o'clock game, the Golden State Warriors playing the Clippers in LA. Clippers a 5.5 point home favorite, over under 220.5. Golden State has been a thorn in my side all season long. To be honest with you, I've won bets on 27 of the 30 NBA teams. Golden State being one that I've not won on. The Knicks and the Cavs are the other two, and I do think I'll find a way to win on the Cavs and the Knicks in the playoffs. Don't know that I will on the Warriors here because I like the Clippers minus 5.5. I think the Warriors play their final game tonight. This team sucks, man. The Warriors suck. They're held together by Steph Curry, Draymond Green. They might get a little public love tonight just because it's those two guys, mostly Steph, other than Draymond. But man, this team just they're so flat. I mean, they have scheduled losses on their schedule, second of a back to back. They'll just rest everybody, take the loss. It's just, I think it's bad for the NBA. What they've become, 37 and 45. They knew they were cleared in the standings. They were way ahead of 11th place New Orleans, so they kind of just coasted in here to a play-in spot, which the way Steve Kerr runs things over there, they could have just been coasting in, knowing that they'll give max effort here and maybe can pick up the win, but I just don't think they can. I don't think they have the players for it. Steph obviously getting old, Draymond getting old. Kristaps Porzingis, nothing like he once was. Podziemski, I just don't think Golden State has the team. They lost 7 of their last 8 games down the stretch. Again, were they just coasting into the playoffs? Probably, but less than inspiring. Since January 20th, this team has gone just 12 and 26. Just not a team that I want anything to do with here in the postseason. Meanwhile, the Clippers, completely opposite. This team sat at 6 and 21 on the season as of December 18th. Closed out 36 and 19. So quite the opposite trajectory here for the Clippers. Made that offseason trade, or not offseason, midseason trade to get Darius Garland from the Cavaliers. And, I really like this team after that trade with Garland. Kawhi Leonard still an experienced team here. Garland with some experience from the Cavs in the postseason. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard, a champion in his own right. Yeah, I like the Clippers here at home. 5.5. It's been bet up. But I honestly think this could be the blowout of the play-in. I just don't like this Golden State team at all. Again, I truly think they suck. So, yeah, I don't think Golden State can do enough to hang into this game. I would lay 5.5 with the Clippers. If I do have a play in the NBA tonight, likely going to be on the Clippers to win here in kind of blowout fashion. But, guys, that will wrap it for today's episode of Droppin' Dimes. We will be back tomorrow for the other playing games. Back Friday for those the last remaining playing games as well. And then full bore into the playoffs on Saturday. Cannot wait. But quick recap here, guys. Lean on the 76ers money line, we'll just say, and then lean on the Clippers minus 5.5 as well as my best bet for the show. Guys, thank you as always for watching. Excuse me. If you have not done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button for me. Drop me your best bet for the night in the comments. We really appreciate it. But thank you for watching. Good luck tonight. And until tomorrow, we'll see you for another episode of Droppin' Dimes, brought to you by Better and Green.